In the newest episode of Attack on Titan, we got to mostly focus on Gabi and Falco, which is really good because we hadn't really seen or heard from them in some time. We saw a brief glimpse of them in the prison cell and blah blah blah. We also got to see some shots of Marley, which again we hadn't seen for a few episodes now. So this episode, in my opinion, I feel like was sort of a collection of seeing different perspectives and really just a build-up for what's to come, especially with that teaser at the end there about a war, a surprise attack on the island. So there's a lot going down here. So first of all, Gabi. Let's talk about Gabi because after reading some of the comments and just seeing people's opinions on Gabi, people don't like Gabi. And I can't particularly say that I like Gabi. I think she's a well-written character, and she's someone who is she just saw her entire home get destroyed by this enemy that for her entire life and she's been told that this same enemy is a devil. So like, it makes sense. But at the same time, I do also understand people's frustrations. Overall, Gabi is a complex character, but I did like to see that she is starting to meet other people who are on the island that perhaps are not evil or trying to hurt her. You know, they're trying to be there for her, even if some of them even know where she came from. It was overall good stuff, and I'm hoping that as a character she can grow and understand that. And probably not, right? I don't see her really changing her views anytime soon. But Falco, on the other hand, is an absolute dude. Falco's an angel, man. Can we just come together and appreciate Falco? Because Falco is awesome, bro. He's there for Gabi, but he's also the voice of reason. When Gabi and the village girl are arguing, Falco's there to be like, look, it's not your fault. You know, if this is the reason why it happened, I'm sorry. And he's there to also console Gabi, you know, he's there for Gabi too. I love Falco. Falco's a G, but overall, Gabi is like, she's a murderer, bro. Like, I get it, she's fighting her enemies, but the way the episode started was insane. It was like, oh, help me, and then immediately murder a guard. Like 10 seconds in, I was not prepared. I also just like the, you know, kind of foreshadowing, or whatever you want to call it, the fact that Gabi and Falco are staying at Sasha's family's farm. You know, like, that's her family and they're raising orphans and stuff. And also, that girl is the one that Sasha saved. It really puts into perspective how much of a difference Sasha made. You know, when she died, it really was just, it wasn't the end of her character. You know, everything that she had done for her friends and for the people, the civilians of this island, you know, still show today. And this is actually a good segue into Luis, Floch, and a couple other soldiers who leaked to the public the fact that Eren was detained by the military. And obviously Hanji was not okay with that. Blah, blah, blah. I really like this all. First of all, Luis is interesting. She's the girl that Mikasa saved, so kind of another connection there, which is really interesting. Secondly, this means that Hanji and the scouts they're in a predicament here, because Hanji is starting to realize that by shadowing this information and hiding this information from the public, they're starting to become the military police from season 3, the very same people that they overthrew. I really, really like that parallel. It's also just very sad though. You see Hanji, she was starting to break down last episode. Now she's really starting to break down. It's just really sad because Hanji's someone who is a great leader, but at the same time, she struggles, you know, and she doesn't have Moblit anymore to support her, and she needs help. You know, she's trying to juggle all this by herself, and I really feel for her. You know, she is holding the weight of the world right now. But overall, I understand why she did what she did with both Eren, detaining Eren, but also she decided to detain the 4 people who leaked the info. Floch was the main person we knew from before, but obviously Luis is this new person who Mikasa had saved in the past. Her saluting Mikasa, man, that hit pretty hard. And I think Mikasa, she had that weird like flashback thing where she was seeing Eren murdering the people that were trying to kidnap her and all. I have a feeling that she was seeing that because she's starting to see what Eren could become and what he has become already even. You know, she thinks of Eren as a saint. He's not a saint. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, Eren, we didn't see him a single time this episode, but he was obviously a central point for many of the scenes. And it's strange because Pixis approaches Yelena, right? And basically implies that Yelena might be behind everything, which would be insane. The way she said it was sort of like Yelena was basically being guarded by Floch, right? And obviously Yelena is a subordinate of Zeke. Yelena also apparently lived nearby Eren's house, and all of these things happened around when Eren started to shift gears towards Zeke's plan, and also Floch as well is siding with Eren and doing all these things for Eren. So Pixis is starting to connect the dots and say, what if Yelena is behind all this? Which, I'm telling you, I think it's very likely. I never really trusted Yelena, you know? She's a bit sus in my opinion, but who knows? I mean, maybe I'm just judging her a little bit too harshly, but I feel bad that Onyankopon and Yelena, all these people are being detained and watched so closely. However, I kind of see why. I mean, this is Zeke we're talking about and his subordinates, and I don't know if I can trust him, you know? Maybe he's doing this crazy double traitor, triple traitor thing, because I have a feeling that Galliard and, you know, Magath and all those people, Reiner, they probably truly believe that Zeke betrayed them, but what if Zeke wants them to believe that so he can then turn it around? And I don't know, I'm worried that they might be falling into Zeke's trap, and that kind of scares me. And then of course the episode ends with Reiner, Magath, and everybody around the table basically saying, hey, it's time to go to war. And at first, Magath was like, let's wait 6 months, you know, let's get the global countries on our side from all over the world. That way we can guarantee this. But then, what's his name? Frickin', no. Colt, who is Falco's brother, is like, but what about Falco and Gabi? You know, we gotta rescue them. They're our warrior candidates. We gotta go get them, you know? And then Reiner says, you know, Zeke wants us to wait 6 months. We should go now. Which tells me we're about to get some crazy battles, and I think the island is not going to be quite prepared, you know? They were counting on the fact that all of these countries were going to come, and after a given amount of time. So I'm really curious, maybe even I'm curious how Hizuru is gonna play into all this and everything, all these characters. You know, I'm hoping that no one else dies. You know, that's my hope for now. Hopefully Sasha was the last death. I think I'll get my wish. It's Attack on Titan after all. Nobody dies in Attack on Titan. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. If I missed something, let me know in the comments. There was actually a lot to unpack this episode. Like, for example, Falco and Gabi are gonna go to Niccolo's restaurant, and there's gonna be craziness happening there, so I'm curious. Niccolo is also gonna poison there's a lot of stuff happening. Stay tuned on the channel, because I can't wait to talk about it. Subscribe for more daily content, including weekly Attack on Titan discussions and such. I'm trying to branch out as much as possible. And like the video if you want more Attack on Titan reviews. And with that, guys, I'll see you in my next Attack on Titan review. Take care.